I'm here with the one and only Elijah Hughes. We met through Jay Top. Elijah's been doing some work with Jay. I think he got a bit inspired by the dropout and travel concept. He's
Yeah.
a guitarist, produces his own music, has dreams and visions, ambitions for where he's going to go as a musician. But he's also decided to increase his skills and freedom to be able to pursue that dream. He's about to head over to Latin America, burning the bridges, as I did at a similar age. And he's set himself up with a high income tool to be able to take on the road with him. So yeah, just wanted to capture a little bit of what you're up to, Elijah, and maybe see if it inspires some other men to take on this skill journey that you've been going on. So
100%. Yeah, like you said, I've been following Keegan for a while, even before I bought Jay's book about dropout and travel, and have been following along with the juggling and the skills development, and just proving when with that, just proving that you can do hard things has, helped me to believe that I can start making an income online too. Um, and yeah, just at the very beginning, only 3 weeks in, but enjoying it and learning a lot. And yeah, keen to get on the road next year and create more of that urgency to make money because I'm living at home at the moment, so I'm still driven to make money, but once I'm on the road and it's necessary to have money and I'll be homeless without it, I'm keen for that feeling to really drive me.
yeah. So you've been doing setting, and you when did you first start thinking about being a setter?
um, I think just the new wave on Instagram, everyone's like telling you about digital drop shipping and all that stuff. And I didn't really connect with a lot of that Instagram hype because a lot of those people seems like they're selling courses on how to sell courses and like just a bunch of bullshit stuff. But I already knew Jay from being at like living in the Gold Coast and growing up here. And I saw that there's other ways to be an appointment setter and to connect with the product that you're selling too. So I knew Jay was a good guy and I knew he was selling a legit thing. So I hit him up and yeah, thought it would be a good way to start my sales journey.
Yeah. So you'd been thinking about it for like a year or two, or when did it kind of come on the radar?
I've been thinking about getting an online income for a year or two, but appointment setting only 6 months. I didn't know it was a thing until
Yeah.
6 months ago. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was a
Yeah.
real thing. Yeah.
And how did you learn how to do it?
Purely off YouTube. I subscribed to a couple people on there. Also downloaded some free courses
Yeah.
from a bunch of people online. Also had friends that were doing it, talked to them a lot about it. Did a lot of role plays with them on like how what it actually looks like.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all really.
How many role plays would you have done?
Um, with my friends that are appointment setters, 20 to 30. And then once I like had the job with Jay and I was in like going to start probably another 30 to 40 with like my family or my brother, even just talking to myself, just trying to get comfortable.
It's a good way to do Spanish as well. How is your Spanish?
It's it's on the rise. It's I'm doing it every day. I'm trying to connected with this method where I'm just gonna pretend like I'm a toddler. So I've started reading like children's books,
Yeah.
and then because it's something that you posted, like we're meant to learn language.
Yeah.
It's like I was from a kid, so I just pretending like I'm a kid and building it up that way instead of going straight to like dos cerveza, por favor. It's that's like the first thing they teach you on like Duolingo. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
it's unnecessary.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, but I think like there is carryover with that. I love it. I think like speaking Spanish to myself in the shower in French, like just chatting away
Mm.
of, is really valuable, I think. And that's interesting that you did it with the setting as well. I think it's a great way to learn new stuff, just practice what you would say.
Yeah.
I tend to do it before I have like workshops and that as well. Like I'm mentally like, what am I going to say? What are the big messages? And so
Yeah.
that's really cool. So yeah, you did say like 70 practice things, somewhere 100 around that.
Yeah.
And what was it like to first go live with someone who is like, this person might legit go and buy a $5,000 product on the other side of this appointment?
Yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking, especially because the first 50 people I called didn't pick up at all. So then when someone did pick up, I was like kind of surprised. And yeah, I stuck pretty strongly to the script I had in front of me that call.
Yeah,
But it was good. And now I'm flowing. I don't even have the script up, and I've started changing around the order of stuff based on what they're saying.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean it gets easier with every pickup for sure.
And are you getting some enjoyment out of it?
Definitely. When I'm talking to people, I'm getting enjoyment out of it. I feel I'm better when I'm talking on the phone with them. Over text, I have more trouble kind of getting those consistent replies. That might just be because it's over text as well. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, I feel like that. Yeah,
yeah. And what country are you mostly speaking to people from Australia, or is it international?
America would be the biggest
Yeah,
for sure, and they're also the most like likely to be qualified to
yeah,
go take that call with Jay. A lot of Australians are on there, but not I haven't qualified one of them.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, tell a little bit like what is it like? Like what talk us through how a call flows roughly.
So I start the call, introducing myself and then asking if they were able to access the book all right, and if they have any problems accessing it, then I can help them out right now. Um, if they have read the book, then I ask stuff like, what's the biggest reason you bought it? Have you got goals that you wanted to, achieve, and this book could be helpful? Or what's the biggest thing you got out of this book? If they didn't read it, I'm more saying, like, were you able to access it okay? And is there a reason you haven't had a look at it yet? And based on those answers, I'll either keep asking them, what's your offer with your business? Do you think the book funnel could work for you guys? And if they haven't read the book, then kind of incentivizing them with saying that with the book you get a free call with Jay, but we do want to be connecting with people that have read the book and are interested, um, and then yeah, flowing from there, whichever way they
Yeah,
go.
yeah. And what's like the crux of the call? Like what's the big question to sort of yeah.
The big question, like once I've found out if they actually do qualify for the call with Jay is, um, like, do you think I usually put it as, I think this call will be really beneficial, as it seems like you're aligned with the people Jay wants to talk to, and you could really benefit from this call. And he's helped tons of people in your exact position. And then that's kind of the crux of whether they agree to go on that call, or they say, "Oh, I want to do it next year," or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. Cool. And you've how many calls has Jay had as a result of these so far?
Um, 25.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah, how like it's a big achievement, man. Like to go from learning some stuff on YouTube, thinking 6 months ago, I want to do something to be able to make some money. Do you see yourself doing more of this? Like now that you've sort of got a taste of it, like how do you feel about if you're going to do this? You see it as like next year or two? Like what's the future for you with this?
Yeah, definitely feel like I'm still learning um sales, and yeah, I'd like to keep working with Jay under as an appointment setter. We've talked about in the future moving up to a closing role as
Yeah,
well, which I'm excited for that next step when it comes as well.
yeah,
Ultimately though, I yeah, don't want to be selling someone else's stuff forever. I want to move into my own lane. But yeah,
yeah,
for this next year, especially while traveling and being in Latin America, I'm happy to be building up my skills and yeah. and being an appointment setter and or closer.
Yep. And what like on the personal journey, like what's it done for your sort of self-image, confidence? Just to have these conversations with strangers in itself can be a powerful experience. I don't know, like what are you getting out of it outside of like, the potential income and such?
Yeah, I think the rejection side of it is you learn a lot there, and yeah, maybe just caring less about what people think, and just being ready to um just give it every call like your best shot. Also because every call could be that one that you buys it, so you can't every call, like as soon as I'm calling, I'm getting dialed back in, and like almost manifesting that every person picks up, not because it could be that one, even though like only about 10% answer. Like when they pick up, you gotta do it. So I think also um making sure of every chance is a big one too, and
Yeah.
that's yeah outside of this as well.
Yeah.
Found that.
Was it draining the first few days? Like was there a lot of adrenaline and kind of like putting everything into it and
Um, it's only draining when people aren't picking up, when I'm just like sitting on the computer, just dialing, 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 no one's picking up. And like I've never really spent much time on the computer. So like going to like 4 or 5 hours a day just locked in on the computer has been a bit draining. Like just on my head, like come out of that 4 hours, I'm like just kind of spaced out.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm attuning to that and also looking into getting some like blue light glasses or something.
yeah,
Um, as well, but it's fine as
yeah,
well. It's not good, not bad.
yeah, 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 very cool. All right. What would you want to share for someone who's thinking about having a high income skill, whether it's like setting or closing with DMs or something else? Like you have any advice to your younger self if you were speaking to yourself 2 years ago, what would you say?
I think I'd just say it is possible. Like there's other there's other people doing it, so why not you? You know, it's out there. You just got to go get it. And the more people do it, the more opportunities there are. It's not like because there's lots of people doing it that all the positions are filled. You know, the more people do it, the more opportunities there are, and you're capable and you're strong and you're smart and you can do it.
Beautiful message, brother. Appreciate that. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I hope this inspires someone who's listening to this to step into that next level of courage because there's so much more opportunity in the world when you're the kind of person who can say, "Is this what you're looking for or not?" Some people can't end a question with that. Can't ask people if they would like to step into something. And there's much more freedom on the other side of being able to do the thing that you're doing at the moment. And it's a logical progression then into closing as well. It's like basically the same thing. It's just you take the card details that you send the payment link as well. So
Hmm.
yeah, you're on the path to that. But appreciate you sharing that journey,
No
and yeah,
worries.
look forward to checking in again how it's going, and maybe we get a bit more of your story with the guitar and everything the next time we jump on.
Yeah, awesome.